Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's Dark Avenger comic book review. We got a couple of books left to go. Big books of the week here, coming up soon. But first, the Mighty Thor issue 15. Thor is still trapped in the dream state thanks to the mares, and we all find out that his nightmare is none other than his own father. And basically throughout the whole book, it's Thor versus his father. The kid from the last part, I forgot his name, but they actually mentioned his name in the beginning of this book. Jeff Fisher ends up falling asleep in the car and is surrounded by the mayor, so he gets dragged into the dream world. Donald Blake is Enchantress screwed Donald Blake. Let's put it that way. She used his body to create a new god and turned his. I won't tell you what she did to his head, but beside the point. So it turns out that these monks that are in the dream world with them all are trying to figure out a way to stop the mares and create a hero inside the dream world that'll break everybody free. And this kid can actually, what's his name again? This kid Jeff can actually conjure up the person to save them, and he does. And I'm not going to say who it is. You guys will see in the next issue when I show it. But yeah. Next issue continues the mares. I'm not getting Journey into Mystery, so that doesn't matter for that page. But it's really good artwork. I'll show you guys some artwork.
That page is good. Oh, that too.
This is really great artwork. I'm really enjoying the Mighty Thor. I'm glad I got the first trade paperback and just continued from there. Thor is really a fun read, a really great read. I'm enjoying this book. I would highly recommend this. Captain America, you know, both of them kind of started around the same time. I think Mighty Thor was a little bit earlier. Really good though. Really, really good. Next up, Uncanny X-Force issue 26. The Omega 3. I forgot their names. Wolverine and Nightcrawler are getting their butts handed to them throughout most of this book. Turns out that there's somebody out to get X-Force. They send, this is spoilers here, guys, and I'm sorry, but these are a week old. That's why I'm giving away a couple more spoilers than I usually do. They send Mystique after Phantom X. We don't know who's after Betsy, also known as Psylocke, but they're trying to get Betsy to kill herself. It was an epic fight actually between Phantom X and Mystique. And Wolverine and Nightcrawler are stuck fighting the Omega Kids, which actually Deadpool shows up and helps stop the Omegas. Well, they escape the Omegas actually. So basically somebody's out gunning for X-Force and they know who X-Force is and they want to bring it to light. The fact that Wolverine and X-Force are exist. They want to destroy X-Force and Wolverine's, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? They basically want to ruin Wolverine and they want to destroy X-Force. And the guy from the last story arc before the Bobby Drake, the Dark Bobby Drake story arc with the muscles that can move and stuff, I forgot his name for the life of me. He also is a part of the book, so he's going to be part of this team, so to speak, that goes up against X-Force. Next cover actually shows him on the team. So somebody's gunning for X-Force. We'll find out more about that in the next issue. They're actually sending somebody after the school, the students from the Jean Grey School of Higher Learning as well. So this is tying in very heavily to the Wolverine side of X-Men, and really good. The artwork's really awesome. I did show artwork. Right?
Mm-hmm. You did.
I'm gonna show a little. I want to show one more page maybe. And yeah, X-Force didn't do too well in this issue. They really got themselves. They really got beat up pretty bad in this issue.
From what I see, yeah.
Even the ones that quit X-Force got beat up pretty bad. Yeah, I gave the best artwork I could without giving away too many spoilers. So absolutely, definitely be checking out X-Force. It's really awesome. With one story arc that was not really good, this is really awesome. Next, it's yours. Finally, here you go.
X-Men Legacy, issue number 268, tie-in of the Avengers vs. X-Men. In this issue, they actually didn't focus on Rogue at all, actually. It was focused on two people throughout this whole story. But the main one from the cover is Frenzy. She goes off on a mission to the land.
Oh, the Cyclops and everybody are already in the Phoenix Force. They already have the Phoenix Force in them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what was the name? Yeah, so Frenzy and Celsic Cuckoo. Yeah, Cuckoo. Yeah, the Cuckoo.
Oh, so the three
sister.
Cuckoos and that girl. Okay.
Yeah, so she goes off on land and finds out what's going on. And they talk about her story, Frenzy's story a little bit, of what happened to her in the past, of how her father was very abusive, and she helps out a little girl that was getting beat up by a man, and I thought that just showing her around everything was awesome. And then she talks about how her father was a great soldier, and how her mother was more of a religious person who didn't believe in violence and all that stuff. And it was an okay. And by the way, should I show this page?
No.
Well, basically it shows how she killed her father and she ran away from home after that. And yeah, the artwork's good. It shows of the kid killing this other guy who was abusive, and she goes out and finds out.
How is this at all involving the X-Men?
It doesn't really involve Avengers vs. X-Men, but then...
And I don't understand how this could be considered a tie-in.
I don't know. Then the Cuckoo Sisters come in, and she wants to erase all their memories of all the bad stuff that's happened to them, and all the other things.
So basically the only connection to Avengers vs. X-Men is that first page with Cyclops on it.
Exactly. But here's artwork right here. It was an okay series. I mean, issue. And
what's the next issue cover? Go to the very back.
The next issue cover.
Oh, thank you, Lord! It goes back to Rogue.
Yeah, I think this was more less focusing on Rogue.
Seems like a filler.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you want to pick this up, you can. Like, it's an okay issue, and I'll be picking up the next issue to see what more stuff will be going on with Rogue and the Avengers vs. X-Men.
So this is like the weaker of the...
Yeah, it was kind of the weaker.
The AVX
I don't know
link.
why it was on the top pile. I thought it was going to be on the bottom-ish pile. But it's a tie neck Avengers vs. X-Men.
Exactly,
so,
that's
yeah.
why I put it there. So, okay, so I guess every comic series has to have one or two fillers. Okay, guys. The last three books all involve or are involved with Spider-Man, and all three are huge books this week. First off, and you read this too, is Amazing Spider-Man 687, the last part to Ends of the Earth. And Doc Ock, even though we all know Doc Ock loses in the end,
Of course.
we all knew that was going to happen, Doc Ock also won. Spider-Man always promised that no matter what,
no one dies.
Right.
Right.
That didn't happen in this issue. In this issue, finally, somebody dies.
Shoot,
I wonder, I'm not going to say who it was, because it's going to, this actually isn't the end. They're going, this is the epilogue is going to happen in Avenging Spider-Man issue 8. So it's not over yet, guys. There's one more issue involving Ends of the Earth, and that's Avenging Spider-Man 8. But looking over that for now, that's next week actually, it's coming out this week. Spider-Man failed in a way because his promise that nobody dies actually was broken. So even though he succeeded in saving the world, somebody died. So in his mind, he failed. And I have a feeling, remember when Madam Web, after Spider Island, said, "I'm sorry for your loss"?
Yeah.
I wonder if this is what she meant.
Maybe.
Because Silver Sable had a thing for Spider-Man, the Avengers, you know, who are under Doc Ock's control, which I agree with Mark a bit. Them having, because the Octobots were attached to them, Doc Ock could speak through their mouths and stuff. That was just stupid.
And Mysterio helped out a little, but then left.
And Mysterio helped out. That was nice. That was.
It was nice to see that, but you know, and the Avengers got rid of the Octobots,
yeah.
So that was another good thing that I liked about this issue.
And what's really messed up is Rhino is completely nuts. He didn't even want the money. He just wanted to see the world be destroyed. So that's why he stayed with Doc Ock. But in the end, as I said, there's a fight between Doc Ock and Spidey. Spidey won. I was wrong. Doc Ock did not die at the end of this issue at all. But in a sense, Spider-Man has, in his mind, failed because somebody died.
And you didn't say die. I think you said that Doc Ock lost. You didn't say
Doc Ock did lose.
Yeah, but you didn't say he died.
I predicted that he was going to die.
Oh, in this issue. Okay.
What did you think of it? I liked it.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I liked the story and how like everything worked out the way things were supposed to be. And I just didn't like that person died in this issue, which you guys should pick up. But yeah,
well, we don't know if that person died.
We don't know yet, but I'm just hoping that maybe it was a whole.
But I think that person did die because once again, Madam Web said, "I'm sorry for your loss," and we all thought it was Mary Jane, but obviously it wasn't.
Yeah.
So.
But I would say definitely pick this up, guys. It's a really great story.
Dan Slott has been he's been hit. I can't wait to see what this is going to be the summer of Spider-Man. And continuing along, that was my third favorite this week. My second out of all the Spider-Man books was Scarlet Spider issue 6. Anna Kravinoff is back. That's Craven's daughter, and she's completely nutso. I like the development of, I forget her name, the character from the very beginning of the Scarlet Spider series that Kane saved. Kane actually gets a tattoo. I'm not going to say of what. You guys are just going to have to watch it. Arsley. And she has this weird connection. She can feel and think everything Kane does at times, and she always has to be around him, and she doesn't want to leave his side, so to speak. Then Anna Kravinoff shows up. There's the huge fight between her and Kane. She wasn't supposed to kill Kane. She was only supposed to be there to gather information, which she does. And we get to see.
Ooh, I like that picture.
This was an awesome picture of Scarlet Spider. He's like, I'm wearing the suit of a better man, a man that was my brother, basically Ben Reilly. They're calling me Scarlet Spider now. Another man's name, a better man. But I'm trying. There was a bunch of epilogues. That was the first epilogue, Kane. The second one was about the guy that tried to kill RC and failed. It turns out that whoever's trying to kill RC is sending somebody else after her. Madam Web, where and then actually, is it the last one or no? There's another one, right? The third one is about Madam Web saying she's coming back. She's coming for Kane. And then the final one is of Craven, who's going after Kane as well. So, a lot going on in the Scarlet Spider world. And if you guys have not been checking out Scarlet Spider-Man, where have you been? This is one of the best series that have come out, that has come out of Amazing Spider-Man in a long time. I'm loving Kane as Scarlet Spider. The new suit, the stories, everything is really, really good. It's amazing. If you're getting Amazing Spider-Man, I would absolutely say at least get this. You don't have to get Avenging Spider-Man. If you have to pick two Spider-Man books, Amazing and Scarlet are the best out of the lot of Spider-Man books.
Because they're really good.
That's what I'm saying. They should get both.
Yeah.
If they have to pick two. Kane is really awesome as Scarlet Spider. And the top book of this week, the book that everybody's been talking about all week long, and
I looked at it.
You read it too. The miniseries, 5 parts, part 1 of The Most Amazing Heroes of Two Worlds, Spider-Man. It not only has a free digital download code, but it doesn't say it on the cover. However, on the inside, there is AR. So there is AR in this comic book, guys. They just don't say it on the cover. And, of course, it turns out that Peter Parker meets up with... There's spoilers here, guys. But really, to be honest, it's not that hard to believe.
You should have seen it by now.
He bumps into Mysterio, who, for some weird reason, using Stark technology, found a way to look into a different universe where... It turns out it's the Ultimate Universe where Peter Parker dies and he's like, no, you can't be here. I didn't get to see... I missed you dying the first time. I don't want to miss it again. He's like, what are you talking about? Of course, bad stuff happens. The machine gets hit. And Spidey, our Spidey, gets sent away to the ultimate world where he's like, what the heck's going on? What's happening here? And this guy's like, you shouldn't be wearing that suit. You know, that's Peter Parker's suit. He's like, what are you talking about? And then the iconic meeting of the two Spider-Men happens.
Oh, when I saw that, I was like, oh, the ending.
So, our universe Spider-Man is stuck in the Ultimate Universe world right now, thanks to Mysterio. So now he has to find a way back to the regular Marvel U. And 2-to-1, he's going to find a way back in, like, issue 3, but then Miles Morales is going to be sent with him, and then he's got to find a way to send Miles back to the Ultimate Universe. It always happens that way when it involves universe jumping. But this is the one thing that nobody thought would happen. They actually said it. When the Ultimate Universe was created, they said there was no way it was going to collide with the regular Marvel.
I know, I couldn't believe it either when they brought the comic book out.
12 years later.
Yeah.
12 years later, here you go. Your first ever Ultimate U and regular U crossover.
Do you think it's advertising for Ultimate Spider-Man? Because I don't think many people are picking it up, actually.
No, Spider-Man this year turns 50. It's on the Amazing Spider-Man.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying that doesn't it seem to advertise to get the other Ultimate Spider-Man?
No, it's Spider-Man's 50th anniversary, so they're doing a lot of Spider-Man.
So they're doing
That's why I told you in August they're doing all the .1s. They have the Spider-Man miniseries. They have a new character they're introducing, an Amazing Spider-Man in August, and the whole movie's coming out in July.
So it's
July
really just
3rd,
Spider-Man.
and the Lizard is the next story up in Amazing Spider-Man. So this is really the month of the year of Spider-Man. This is the summer of Spider-Man because he's turning 50 this summer.
No,
That's
that's what I thought, but you know, I'm just saying it's really good.
Absolutely. Book of the week from Marvel. The crossover was just really awesome. Actually, it's a three-way tie if you ask me for book of the week. It's all three Spider-Man books together. I would absolutely say check every single one of these out. All three were really awesome this week. I would highly recommend all three of them.
I just can't wait to see the next issue. What's gonna happen?
Oh yeah. So we got 4 more months worth of Spider-Man. Really awesome. I would highly recommend it. And with that, I've officially caught up. I have no more comics to review until I get my comics for this week.
So I guess.
Yep. Behind the camera to you.
Okay. So I'll see you guys next week.
If you guys like this video, there's a subscribe button at the top. If you haven't already, please click that and go to Dark Avenger Inc. Big things are happening there. It's the first day of summer. I promise you guys, as of the first day of summer, big things are going to happen. Our mystery member was announced, and yes, it is Mike, also known as Spider Slayer. His channel is Comic Book Corner. He's going to be working with myself and my brother on Dark Avenger Inc. My girlfriend will be joining us as well at some point, doing stuff on Dark Avenger Inc. And at some point, there's somebody else on Mike's end that wants to join Dark Avenger Inc. when she gets everything straightened out. So, there's a lot of tentative things going on with Dark Avenger Inc. But as I said, if you haven't already, go to Dark Avenger Inc. and subscribe there. Comments, love them, best thing in the world. Whether you like something I reviewed, didn't like something I reviewed, agree, disagree, or have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment box below. I will get back to you as soon as humanly possible.
And me too.
Yep, and troll comments will be deleted and forgotten about the second after, so don't bother. It's just not worth your time. You're just wasting your time typing it, and yeah, it's not really going to do anything for me. So you're just wasting time and your own life to type stupid troll comments. I don't do thumbs up and thumbs down, so show YouTube you like this video by giving it a favorite. And that's all. So let's run down the comic books for this week. Spider-Man, issue 1 of 5. Awesome. Check it out. Scarlet Spider, issue 6. Awesome. Check it out. New story arc, Jumping on Point, is here. Amazing Spider-Man, issue 687. The last issue to Ends of the Earth. Really good.
Great.
Really good. And I would definitely say go to Avenging Spider-Man 8 if you don't read Avenging Spider-Man, just to see the epilogue of Ends of the Earth. X-Men Legacy 268.
It's okay. It doesn't tie into Avengers X-Men, but why not
Filler.
give it a shot?
It's a filler.
But yeah, it's a filler.
X-Force 26 is still amazing. Absolutely check it out. The Mighty Thor issues 15. Absolutely amazing also. Check it out. Avengers versus X-Men versus issue 3. It's very predictable. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, it's good. I'd say get the issue.
Captain America issue 13 is awesome. I'd highly recommend checking that out. Avengers 27 was pretty good. Up to you guys. Deadpool 56 is pretty good. Up to you guys also. Avengers Assemble issue 4. I'm just going to finish out the first story arc and then I'm probably going to drop it. Up to you guys. Captain America Hawkeye issue 632. The Captain America team up books. I'm done after this. I leave that to you guys to decide. Green Lantern 10 was the best, one of the two best out of Marvel this week. I would highly recommend checking this out. And Batman issue 10 was the second one that was the best from Marvel this week. I highly recommend checking that out. Batman and Robin issue 10 was also good because we have the War of the Robins here starting up. Before Watchmen, Silk Spectre issue 1. If you are interested in the Before Watchmen, I would highly recommend checking it out. It's a lot better than I thought. So, I leave that up to you guys. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Classics issue 2. Guys, Turtles, been saying it since the first issue of the new series came out. Awesome. Jump on it if you haven't already. I've been getting messages and comments since I started saying this is the best comic out there. And everybody who's given it a shot comes back and tells me, Chris, I followed your advice and I love TMNT too. If you haven't already tried it, give it a shot. I promise 99% you're going to love it. Transformers Robots in Disguise issue 6. Optimus is back. Loving it. Loving it. It put itself back up there right next to More Than Meets the Eyes. Planetoid 1, I'm coming back for the next issue. It's pretty interesting. Up to you guys. The Massive issue 1, not my type of book, but it's getting raves from other people, so up to you guys there. Mega Man issue 14, if you're a Mega Man fan, you'll be reading it. If not, you won't. That's it, guys. Take care. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Go check out Dark Avenger Inc. Big stuff's happening there as we speak right now. And I'll see you guys soon for another Dark Avengers comic book review.
And once again, happy first day of summer.
Happy first day of summer. Take care, everybody. Keep reading. If you're a comic reader, keep collecting. And I'll see you guys really soon. Take care, everybody.